Oh boy.
Oh,
That's why. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the blind playthrough of DMC Devil May Cry, aka Devil May Cry Reboot, whatever you want to call it. But that
oh
thing.
look, it's the thing that killed the franchise for a little while.
Although, it looks like, at least for now, not going to be just a me and Stefan show for this session. Alright.
I need to wake up. I need
um,
to wake up. That's why I'm here.
alright. By the way, chat, just so you know, I got a new mic arm for my microphone, so I might be coming in a little, hot on the, volume. Please let me know if I need to adjust that, if it's coming in a bit too much, but yeah, so if you haven't been around for our other playthroughs, I've been slowly making my way through the Devil May Cry series, blind through the Twitch playthroughs we've done so far. Devil May Cry 1 through 4, and for just quick recap, thought DMC 1 was fine, 2 was terrible, really enjoyed 3, and then 4's a weird one. Because, like, 4, I really like being able to play as the other characters, and, like, it's a fun combo lab game. Just not a big fan of the main campaign for it, I would say, on
It's
that.
very lacking in content.
Yeah, so, I am I've heard many things about this one for a very long time, but I'm very curious playing this in a post-Devil May Cry 5 world, where this is no longer the game that killed the franchise or anything like that.
In general, it is fine. It has the wrong name.
Yeah, that's mostly what I've heard before on that. Also, hello, Stefan.
Here comes the real expert.
A little bit of an
Well, more than me.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, we also are playing Definitive Edition. From what I understand, this was a massive revision to the game that fixed a lot of the problems people had, and like, it's a night and day difference compared to the original version to this. Mostly because I hear this is mostly made off of a bunch of the really popular PC mods that were for the game, and basically repackaged or retooled into this, so...
pretty much.
Yeah.
Were they literally the mods, or were they just inspired by
I
the
think
mods?
probably inspired by the mods.
Okay.
I would assume so otherwise. Yeah.
Yeah, the biggest thing I remember hearing people like complain about with the original game was the fact that certain weapons were restricted to only being able to attack certain types of enemies.
Less that and more, there were some enemy types that could only be hurt by a certain weapon type,
Yeah, that's
which
what I
meant that it was heavily restrictive to be able to enjoy good flow.
Yeah, it's like fast weapons could only like destroy certain enemies, but
white could
heavy
only-
weapons could
White could only
destroy
damage
certain
white,
ones.
black or red could only damage red.
Yeah, like all the black
And
ones.
if you use
were
anything else,
heavy.
you got you just bounced off of them.
Oh,
It just didn't feel
ew.
good.
Ew.
Yeah, it felt terrible.
Yeah, so now this moved that over and made it so now it's preferable to use their designated weapons,
you don't-
just stop fighting by
You
not
can use
using
them
it.
as, like, combo extension stuff at least, or stuff like that kind of deal.
Yes.
Got ya.
I actually finished this game, but only the original version. I did not do definitive.
Okay. Also in Definitive Edition is Virgil, and unlike other games, he actually has a full separate campaign, so we will be doing that as opposed to our usual, like, 10-minute play of Virgil that we've been doing
Also,
in the other
I mean,
ones.
Virgil does have. I mean, Virgil was in the original game. It's just your standard DLC stuff.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's packaged into Definitive Edition. Rather. So,
Just like the special edition with Virgil with 5.
yeah, so, alright.
Also, I should probably once we pick a save slot.
Just checking. Wait, Stinger input method? What? Lock on.
So
Okay, you can make it like.
This game was originally built with a different input method for Stinger and some of his other moves. So this one, basically, you can say, do you want to have the option to use it the same way as the base game as well as the original DMC,
Yeah, wasn't it just hit triangle to do stinger or something?
I
Like,
don't
when you're
know. I
far
never
away?
actually played the original one, and I've played with both inputs in. All right, we should explain hardcore mode.
Okay. Activates more hardcore balance of the game, including style system rebalance, increase the enemy damage, adjust the parry, evade window, alternate devil trigger behavior, and more. What the hell?
This is the balance mod.
Oh, so have that on, I'm assuming, for...
Yeah,
We
it's
could-
not perfect though, because like it's unnecessarily strict on the style system. Like the base game was way too kind, and you could get to like triple S without ever really trying.
Hello,
Whereas this
guys.
base one, hey Jason, this hardcore mode makes it more like the base by the original Devil May Cry games. But even then, like those games were still lenient enough that you could get to an A or B without having to work excessively hard for it. This game goes a little too harsh on that, and unless you're really familiar with the systems, you won't even break a B that often.
Ooh, okay, then maybe not have that on. Then.
The only thing I wish I could keep would be specifically the double trigger behavior, because in the base game, and it's not much of a spoiler, who cares? In the base game, like when you go devil trigger, it is basically an I win state. Enemies get hard knockdown and put into the air. They can't fight back, and it's just like I'm free to just beat on enemies, and it's just a I win state. This makes it more like the other games, which is just it powers you up. You have a harder knockdown for your weapons and stuff like that, and you are in a stronger state.
Okay.
I wish I could take just the devil trigger behavior and be kind of fine with the rest of it, but yeah.
Yeah, okay.
There's other people that could go into much more detail for what hardcore mode actually is, but those are just the ones that I've noticed the most. Now, I've been
Okay.
playing my entire playthrough on hardcore mode just to know what that feels like, so...
Okay. So, would you say to do that, or...
I think it's fine to do it like that. Like, the actual combat isn't that different.
Okay.
Is there a mod separating that stuff?
Probably.
Probably is.
And here's all the skins, of which most of them that are from the other entries in the series don't really work because they were not designed for this game's art style.
Oh.
They look like bad cosplay more often than not.
Okay, I guess we might as well stick with Dante then at that point, so, alright.
I mean, come on, it's his game. You'll get back to the better game.
I'll be honest, Virgil's look even worse.
Oh god,
Oh,
trying to put DMC 4 style Virgil
But does he wear
outfit
a
onto
fedora in
this
this
game
game?
does not look good.
Oh yeah, that was another change I know about Special Edition, was that they got rid of his stupid fedora.
Why?
Now it's just more unpleasant.
It's even, I mean, the funny thing is, like, the fedora had like a plot reason. Like, Virgil's in hiding for most of this game, as we'll find out, and so it makes it a little weird that he's just out in the open without anything covering his face.
Oh yeah, I forgot to
Like,
turn
it's
on
silly that it was an
subtitles.
actual fedora, because at this era the fedora was condemned. But, like,
Yeah, this was like what, like late 2000s, early 2010s at that point.
yeah. This game is drenched in the era it came out in, and it's not for better or worse.
Yeah, it just exists in that era.
It's just worse. It's like,
It has
man.
aged very poorly. Like, if you like this aesthetic well enough, fine, but like, this is very
I
much
definitely
just
remember when
entrenched
this
in
game
the
came out. I knew very little of Devil May Cry, but even then I was totally raising an eyebrow at everything
This
I
isn't
heard.
even stuck in the year. This is stuck in like the season.
Yeah.
It was released.
If I remember right, especially when it came to the design of Dante, also there's no subtitles, so
Yeah, I
fuck
need
this
to-
plot, but
yeah, I need
what
to-
do you really know?
I need to switch out when we
I'm a
actually get
demon
gameplay.
king. I have power. Look at my greedy, ugly face.
What's the matter?
What was I about to say? Aesthetics. A large amount of like Dante's design was based off of the main character from Fight Club, and boy, do you see it.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, it also takes the implication of like, man, wasn't the guy from Fight Club cool? And it's like, no, that was the whole point of the movie, is that he was not cool. This was
That was the
actually
point of
terrible
Fight
that you
Club.
ever think of him in a positive action.
That was like the whole point of Fight Club.
Yeah.
You
That was
missed
like-
the point to Fight Club.
Yeah, that was like one of the presentation things of like, Dante is not this, our Dante is this. And it's just like, oh, you are not selling a great product for most people that are interested in this franchise.
Again, I cannot recommend the What Happened video with on Matt McMuscle's channel enough if you want to know everything that went down with the whole style change and all of that stuff. Is a really good deep dive into that.
It's fine that they did their own thing, but it's just a lot of just
There's one scene in particular.
Taste.
There's just one scene in particular that definitely feels like a screw you to Devil May Cry fans.
Is that the mop hair wig part? I know that. Yeah.
It's infamous. It's infamous.
I honestly think that's not too bad given time. I'm just like, okay, yeah, that's kind of funny. Like, I honestly don't think that poorly of it given time.
Yeah. The other thing to definitely mention throughout this was all Capcom's doing. This side, because this was in their big push towards the West thing that failed spectacularly on like all accounts.
Like, did any of them get through aside from Dead Rising?
I think Dead Rising was like the only one.
No, not really. Because this was like Ifune's whole thing was we should appeal to the West. Now, what do the West like? This.
And then as soon as like the announcements for this stuff came out, he pieced out of Capcom immediately after.
It's also during this weird time period for DMC because I think like DMC,
four.
I think it was either 3 or 4. It was like I think it was 3 that sold like 2 to 3 million copies. Which was like, and then the next one, if they went multi-platform,
yep,
and they were on the idea, of if we put out more consoles, that means more people are gonna buy it, right?
Yep, that was Devil May Cry 4 when it went multi-platform.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and it still sold the same amount of copies.
Yep.
It's just like, huh.
Which was the whole reason for this reboot was to try and get people into the franchise, kind of deal. So. Then later, years later, they learned from that mistake, and then Devil May Cry 5 happened at that point.
And it's like the biggest game in the entire series.
Yeah.
Also, do you like Fox News parodies?
There's a lot. I know there's
satires.
I think I heard there was an entire level based in like the news station world thing. Yeah.
I will give this game one thing. I think it has like the most imaginative like environmental design.
Oh no, like the set design is great when they get into the proper gameplay, and the art direction is awesome.
Yeah. Like when it's
awesome
not just
that they explicitly were inspired by it as much as they could in Devil May Cry 5.
Like I say this a lot in the Lost Frontier video coming up because I talk about this game and Metroid Other M for like the idea of like the games that killed the series, quote unquote. But then as soon as another game comes out, like they definitely ease up. Like the community kind of eases up a lot of that game and feels like they're able to appreciate more of the stuff that came from it, sort of deal.
It's not the last thing that they're tasting anymore.
Yeah.
Which is very much understandable, because I feel like it was that you definitely feel that for Other M the most. Because after Other M, we didn't get a Metroid game for years.
But I mean, it's big when you actually play it. It's like the actual game is fine, kind of. It's mostly on the story for Other M.
There are aspects of Metroid Other M that I really like, but I think like the biggest one is like actual controller. Given like an actual controller would have like done a lot for that game. But that's Other M. This is DMC.
Yeah, this was like the one moment where it's like, okay, I guess it is Devil May Cry.
Oh yeah,
a little bit.
Little bit.
Still in the vein of the era of like that 4th especially kicked off of.
This was like in the era. Wasn't this also like part of the era where a lot of the games were just going dark and gritty?
Oh yeah, I mean that's
dark and gritty. College dropout characters. It's got the Woz coined it, kind of.
This was the video game industry's version of the 90s.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it on that.
Just insecure masculinity.
Yeah.
Just a lot of that.
Okay, first thing before I forget. Where is it? There it is! Okay.
Lots of dynamic typography around this time as well, because we're starting to get like fancy like texture techniques like that.
All right. So
To be
Pat
fair,
already
some of
ignored
it
the
was
instructions
good.
and did the alternate combo.
Wait. Doing the timing thing on that?
Yeah, and this game has also launcher is a dedicated circle button,
Okay.
and then integrated moveset right away, which people were already a fan of because Nero brought that to us. And your helm splitter is circle, so yeah, circle to launch, circle to helm split.
Okay. It's just, but with the alternate combo, that I muscle memory on that with Devil May Cry.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean, I've been
immediately.
The worst thing is that after playing Sonic Frontiers, I keep trying to use the square button to attack people.
Oh, Stefan, that reminds me. There's a video I need to send you. It's like when a Devil May Cry player plays Sonic Frontiers.
It came up on my recommended feed, actually. Do send it to me because I did lose it. Lock on is still R1,
Alright.
and you have an evade button, which is L1.
I think the thing in that video that made me kind of like lose my mind a little bit was that in the middle of the combo, he did use the drop dash to keep the combo going. Just go, hang on, wait a minute, hang on.
Yeah. So yeah, you can play around a bit with your moveset. It's pretty standard.
So
Yeah.
this is,
So do you see the glow on the sword? That's
Yeah.
when the alternate combo comes out.
Okay.
Otherwise, you can just mash it out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it seems like alternate I like more because you have a bit better launch on that.
What was the best game that did a tone shift? Like a major tone shift that actually worked out that wasn't like Conker's Bad Fur Day or something?
that people still like.
Yeah, it's like in my mind, I feel like the only one that worked out in terms of the game's quality itself is like probably Advance Wars Days of Ruin.
By the way, is there like a gun button in this game at all, Stefan?
You have to get your guns first.
Oh, okay. Trying to think of that because there's a
mean,
lot more
Jack
bad
2
examples
kind
than good on that.
Like Jak 2 is infamous, but I think it worked in the long run.
For the most part on that, I would say it's not the tone shift I have a problem with. It's the rest of the game on that.
Oh yeah,
so,
yeah. The tone shift's not the problem. Like that, as far as tone shift goes, like once you get into it, like the characters are fairly in depth.
Yeah.
All things considered.
Do you like triple A
Yes.
sequences? This game has a lot of them, and they're not very well conveyed.
And just like AAA, I managed to die and ruin the whole effect from it. So.
That's definitely one of the bigger complaints with this game is that it just screams AAA. And
Yeah,
like,
trying to wow you with these like spectacle moments when you just want to play a video game. Damn it.
yeah. Like the fact that it's a relatively linear design isn't bad. I mean, hell, Devil May Cry 5 went pretty linear with its design. But the fact that this one is so ingrained with like we gotta have so many set pieces and stuff, it's just like Also, you already have a double jump. I should tell
okay.
you.
I feel like the best like implementation of that kind of stuff is like Bayonetta. I think Bayonetta
Yeah,
strikes the
Bayonetta's-
right balance.
Bayonetta and maybe Uncharted as well, because that's like the entire point of Uncharted on that.
It's like you don't want to change the fundamental gameplay. You just kind of want to have cool lights around your fundamental gameplay.
You want to be on a
jiggle the
board.
keys
You want to be
around
on
the
a board
gameplay.
swimming through a tornado while you fight a giant spider. Come on.
But you gotta make sure you can still do that Roman cancel or something. I don't know. I'm just throwing in fighting game terms now.
Kind of reminds me.
Use your R1.
Like hearing that just kind of like reminds me of just like when the Xbox One originally came out, one of the games, I think it was like Rome something.
God, Son of Rome.
Yeah, I did remember a lot of people saying so it's QTE
Also,
the
I
video
think-
game.
I think R1 is what changes your lock on target. Or R3, I should say.
Oh, R3.
It was
Okay, L3. L3.
Rise, Son of
L3.
Rome.
I knew it was the
Yeah,
knocker,
there it
one,
is.
'cause it wasn't tied to your camera. Also, you can absolutely knock back their projectiles at them. It's mandatory for a secret mission.
Like just, it was like Rise, Son of Rome and like Dead Rising 3. Those are like all I can think of when it comes to like launch titles from that generation.
It was Rise to the Rome because people were just calling that game QTE the video game.
Yeah, I mean, Asura's Wrath is probably the ultimate example of like
Yeah,
QTE game,
probably.
but But that's like the fun version.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's just so in having so much fun with their visuals and their situations that you kind of okay with it.
It's just it's so
Supersonic.
over the top.
Supersonic in Frontiers is kind of like that a little bit.
Don't shoot
Yeah,
me.
near the end.
My name is Kat. I'm not a demon. I'm still in the real world. You're in limbo.
But that's also like a QTE that leads to like a very cool spectacle.
Medium. A psychic.
Again, in that very Bayonetta-esque kind of way on that. So.
Talk to you, but I'm not actually in limbo with you.
Cat tied to another PR decision where they did a pretty blanket in a way to pull up Cat as a character and the design. Basically just insulted Lady and Trish's designs, which fans didn't take fan of.
Oh yeah,
let's
I
be
remember
honest.
that.
Now,
Yeah.
we will be honest.
Wanna fight?
Trish and Lady's designs,
You're a demon. Follow me.
not
Now.
great.
Yeah.
They do like some pretty weird, borderline porno outfits.
Yeah.
However, at least they're distinct, unlike Cat, who is pretty generic.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
Trish's
Like,
is okay.
Trish-
I do like Ladies 3 design, not so much her 4 one.
Yeah, like you can easily save Lady's design. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think you have to do too much. Lady and not Lady, Trish, you need to do a little bit more work.
Yeah.
The fact that she's just like leather pants and a corset, it's just like,
I
Yeah.
mean, and somehow that's not even the worst when you play like Devil May Cry 4 and you see Gloria.
Oh yeah.
yeah, which was just Trish in disguise.
Yeah, but it's like, man, come on, guys.
What's even worse is that color, like that alternate color, that fighting game palette is something that Trish can wear in Devil May Cry 5,
Yeah.
and it just doesn't look good.
Isn't that
Like, I
also her
appreciate it.
alternate in MVC 3 as well?
Probably. That's probably where they
Did
took
they
the idea from.
Do anything with the Gloria persona at all, gameplay-wise? I don't think they did.
I think maybe a taunt she might turn into her, but I don't think they ever really did anything with it.
Yeah, it just seemed extremely pointless.
Also, this game has the very much of the era part where, hey, we have a bunch of achievements. We'll name them after well-known
Movies.
quotes from the series that have no correlation. They literally have the flocked off Featherface, and it's tied to an enemy type that has no correlation to Falcon, or not Falcon, Griffin in any way, shape, or form. It's just like, why? Also, this game does do the Proud Souls type system of your upgrades are a different currency than your red orbs.
Actually, here's an interesting question. For like the PS, for like the PS2, PS3 era gaming, what was like an aspect of those eras that you really really liked, and what was an aspect of that era that you really didn't like?
I could definitely say art style wise is something I don't like. Everybody looks like they're made of plastic throughout the entire time, and visually a lot of games have aged much worse than the PS2, Xbox, and GameCube era because of that, I think, for
Yeah.
sure.
With
You better
PS2
be
era,
sure.
you had a lot more. You had a lot of games that had to do style,
All right.
but with PS3, like most of it has aged like milk.
All right, so this game, like 4, does have a try before you buy system where anything you upgrade, you can then unupgrade to then put it elsewhere if you don't want it right now.
Ah, okay.
And it is your pretty standard fare. Expansions of your moveset, new moves that you can use in various situations. You only have one upgrade point, so you've just invested in Death Coil 2.
Yeah, because I mean that's the combo I'm using the most right now. So
But we also have the other variations, because if you look back at Rebellion, you don't even have Stinger yet.
oh yeah, yeah,
So
okay,
I would recommend unbuying Death Coil just so you have Stinger, because it's Stinger.
yeah. I was like, where the hell was it?
Yeah. And Drive is the projectile with the sword, which was introduced with 3. So yeah, your upgrade points, like everything else, will go into anything that isn't purchasable items.
Do wish the screen for that was a little better. It does look like I'm just looking
It
at a
looked
PC menu on that.
Yeah, it's not visually interesting. they have fun having Dante suit up into his combat form, but like it's also just pretty egregious with just like how many AAA sequence we want to do.
Yeah.
But at least they have fun with it.
But yeah, going back
I
to
do like this boat.
but yeah, going back to your thing for best part of this era. Well, I would say of probably the fact that stuff like DLC and stuff like that became a thing at that point, kind of deal. I mean, both a blessing and a curse on that, but you know.
It was like, yay! Later, wait, no,
Hey,
no, that's not,
oh, no.
that's not what I mean. That's not what I wanted.
You were supposed to fix GameStop put them out early.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the core of Dante's moveset doesn't really come into its own until after Mission 2. So combat's going to be a little finicky. Nice for deflection. But yeah, you've now managed to make it to C rank. It's already almost
Ow!
Like, I've never really sat down and watched the proper, like, combo mad video for this game, so I don't know how the true flow is supposed to be, but yeah, it's definitely much stricter when you're in hardcore mode.
Yeah. Already got a feeling that.
In the original game, you could get to, like, triple S and beat this boss by just shooting your guns.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, no, I don't want Devil May Cry 2 combat on that, no.
Devil May Cry 1 and 2, just escape him. I think.
That's it.
I think you can run to, like, there's a passageway on.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
By the way, I decided to creep back into the world of mods for Frontiers, and I like how someone made a mod where Supersonic gets to keep his soap shoes on.
It's that one I've seen. I've also seen the Giga Chad Sonic mod today, which I fucking love.
Did you use it?
I haven't used it, but I have a screenshot from it, and it's incredible.
I think my favorite UI mod that I've seen is whenever you die, they just change
the fuck you one. Yes.
Yeah, that's a good one. Oh man, that's gonna be so good later on.
The modding scene for that game. I cannot wait for the next hacking contest at this point.
Like that feels. There was also mods where like they changed the skill tree. Leveling up by basically saying like when you play the game normally you're not going to be remotely close to max by the end of it, so they changed it to where you just get a lot more points, so that way you can actually be like close to being max level by the end of the game.
I got pretty max level by the end of the game pretty easily.
I
was on chaos.
Those guys are a collectible that you want to get.
What are
They're
collectible?
The soul guys that are stuck into the walls. You jumped right at one and didn't punch him in his face.
Okay.
They are
these guys.
collectible and they're a big source for red orbs. And this game's pretty stingy with them.
There was also like a music mod where all the cyberspace levels got their original music tracks in for the level they were inspired from.
It actually kind of sounds like a downgrade to me.
Yeah, I feel like I would just inherently think I'm playing a worse version of that level, kind of deal.
Exit. Good.
Yeah, I gotta say, I do
man.
agree. Like the actual level design and stuff like that, like the aesthetics of the level, look damn cool.
Not good.
It's the
It's
strongest
got a
part.
great saturation going on too. That it's not like obnoxious, but it definitely gives everything a nice emphasis.
Yeah.
It looks cool.
I wouldn't stay there too long if I were you. Yeah, environmental stuff, knock them into it. What have you.
Oh my gosh,
Definitely
yeah, no,
look
that
a lot
is
at the end of
strict, my gosh.
And of course, they do have just frame dodging that gives you some style points and puts you in a better position. You can parry just about most attacks that people do, and most projectiles. The timing is pretty strict for the era, so have fun with that.
Okay.
You can air dodge in the air.
Ah, okay.
That was a statement that didn't need to be said like that. But hey,
Yeah.
I mean, here's the scene, of course.
Okay,
You
yep.
can air dodge. You can air dodge in the air. Huh?
Not in a million years.
I don't hate it. I feel like they could have done a different thing that feels less dismissive, but
Yeah.
it's fine. Bullets won't hurt it, unless they do.
There's a rip up ahead.
I will prove you very wrong when we get to that point.
Yeah, so you have another upgrade.
Okay.
So yeah,
Trillion stabs. Ah, okay.
yeah.
Let's see what the other ones are. Roulette. Oh, okay.
It gives you your variation in the air. Taken basically straight from Nero, which if I remember right, they did say in an interview they didn't know the difference between Dante and Nero, so they designed this Dante more around Nero than the actual Dante.
Oh.
Wait, Ninja Theory did not know the difference between Nero and Dante.
Yeah.
Oh my
Apparently,
God.
they somehow
Wow.
didn't recognize that 'cause their first
Okay, that
reference
tells
was,
you
of course,
everything you
Nero.
need to know about this.
Be back to the real world.
That's kind of funny.
They were everybody watching the Devil May Cry 5 trailer, never playing
Well,
4.
yeah, especially since Nero looked a bit more like Dante here. Everyone was just like, oh god, what? Wait.
Yeah, like Devil May Cry 4 was honestly the first real introduction to Devil May Cry I had, so I was slightly confused because it's not obvious.
Yeah.
It's like I could tell there was a slight difference between the two, but I could only know so much.
Oh god, Jojo, this game and Rising were the same year.
Oh yeah, and their DLC
yeah.
at the same time as well.
Oh yeah, because they were both being featured in PlayStation All Stars, right? I remember
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah, true.
Oh god, that game's roster aid is
It's
so poorly
It
aged.
is so bad because like all the things I see, it was right in the middle of two eras where that concept could have actually worked, but it was unfortunately at just the worst possible time to actually get characters for that and stuff like that.
It was like some of the worst like era of marketing that the industry had saw at that point.
Yeah.
Like this was the era of like Dante's Inferno.
Oh yeah.
It was kind of like Marvel Infinite, where like just wait. If they would have just waited like
Fuck 'em up.
1 year, 2 years.
Or your mom hates Dead Space.
Oh
I
god.
remember that.
Yeah, like that just like it really heavily marketed to 16-year-olds.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm in a different opinion, Surgeon Demon. I vastly prefer how Nero 5 feels in 5 than 4.
4 Nero I thought was fine. I do think I'll have to see how he feels when we get to 5 eventually on that.
Yeah,
don't know
I
if you
am
can count this or you just evade it. I never figured it out.
I am literally playing Devil May Cry 4 right now, and I miss Devil May Cry 5 Nero.
Like I could see what you mean by a little heavier, but it just feels better to me.
The arms, man, the arms.
Alright, so Pat, I'm
Yep.
currently like cooking in the kitchen, so I just have your stream on my tablet on standby, and I just have the volume muted. And while watching this boss fight, the only thing to play in my head is Undefeatable.
That one. I don't dislike this game's OST, but it is very much not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
Doesn't the vanilla version of this fight, can't you literally just Devil May Cry 2 him?
Yes.
Yeah, he said that earlier. You can just shoot him.
Ow! Okay, ow. Sure, I guess.
Yeah, shoot him.
Now use your gun to shoot him down.
never been grabbed by this.
If I remember correctly, now, never mind. I'll wait a little bit till we get to a more applicable
Wait,
part.
hang on. How did that grab you? Like, it didn't touch Pat, but because Pat was just close enough to it, he just got something to the hand.
I guess. Command grabs, buddy.
Ha! You missed. You missed me. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thought I hitboxed in it. What?
I mean, that sounds. Frankly, that could be like a freaking anime power. A stand or a hunter ability is just like, yeah, no, the hitbox of my attacks is actually wider than you think it is.
My sword can actually go 2 feet in front of where it actually is.
I can grab you from another room. This is how I boosted it. It's just
Specifically on a Sunday.
There's a full moon. That was weird. I don't know what happened there. Totally didn't know
That was some jank happening there. Don't take beat the boss. What am I doing with my life?
So I hope you like people really emphasizing the fact that this is an M-rated game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't worry. We'll get to my favorite cutscene. It's so bad, it's good.
Now everything goes gray, and we just want to get back to the game.
Now everything. Oh, the color's gone. Everything's saturated and ugly.
Welcome to this generation.
I like the art direction of Limbo. I don't care for a lot of the artwork they use for cutscenes. It's so just like it feels try hard.
That's definitely an aspect of this era of gaming that I don't miss. We can do more realistic art styles. So what's realistic? Brown and gray.
Brown and gray. Also, look how gritty this is.
Yeah.
At least this game has
Gross.
a benefit of like they do want to give the emphasis to real life and the supernatural being distinctly visually different.
Society is the monster.
Oh, that is this game.
I think I said it.
I know what I said.
Am I the problem? No, it's society that's wrong.
We must fix the people and wake them up, these sheep.
Isn't that especially Virgil
It's
in this game from what I remember? You're in.
Dude, he's like knockoff Anonymous.
This era, it's society that's wrong. We must fix it. Next era, no, it's definitely you. You're the problem.
Society, not perfect, but fuck you.
Society's the issue. No, bro, it's just you. It's just you.
Also,
You're the
this
problem.
the game is just like every type of just rebellion against power. Power's corrupted. It's just like so of the era.
We really want the edgy teenagers to play our game.
And when you least expect
Oh, Surgeon Dragon remembering Spanish Dante. Yes.
Yes, I love that fucking mod.
I had always forgotten that they gave him the freaking like what was it, NASCAR T-shirt or something.
Yes.
Also, yeah, this is what kind of
Oh, God.
demands are to try and get an S rank on these kind of missions.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I can see why on that for.
So yeah, this is definitely where hardcore is a little bit ish. But even then, like I played on non-hardcore for this on the same mission, and I only got like a C. Like it's still pretty strict on getting an S rank in this game.
Yeah, okay.
Now, is that a good thing or a bad thing for DMC? For Devil May Cry as a
I
franchise?
don't think it's bad. It's just not. It's just kind of demoralizing.
Like, you think you do well until the game says, "Nah, fuck you," kind of deal.
No, you have to be
Yo,
much
look at
better.
this.
And like, there's a way to pull you up. Like, it's good to encourage people to do better, but it's also like make me feel good make me feel like I'm doing the right things.
Yeah, like,
yeah,
that's
look at
definitely
this.
my problem with Bayonetta 1. Like, I think its ranking system is way too strict, especially for your first playthrough and stuff like that. Like, you're gonna be getting stoned throughout that entire game. I think Bayonetta 2 eased up on that a lot more.
Also, you can
Dante
go
doing,
to the
like, a
shop
whole
before
bunch of
every mission.
combos.
I recommend doing it.
Okay.
Dante did like a whole bunch of bunch of combos. He's dodging, he's jungling, he's shooting them in the air. You want the old lady across across the street. He cooked the pizza. He saved 3 kids from a burning building. And the game goes, no, D rank.
It wasn't a complete combo.
You got hit once.
What was I missing? You forgot to pick up your sister from school. Dang it!
You stubbed your toe on a rock.
Also, this game treats secret missions of kind of like Bayonetta, where the Alpine portals require you to have a key to open them. So you have to do double the exploring, where you have to find the key and then find the door.
Ah.
Also, yes, I don't. Yeah, Virgil wouldn't be wearing a fedora in this scene.
Yeah.
Dante.
Now, Stefan, is that worse than it sounds? Or having to find the thing and then find the door?
It means there's more explorations, but I think this game seems to be heavily focused on coming back when you have more tools to open more paths, which I'm not against, but it also means that you do all the exploring only to get like half of the rewards.
He doesn't have his fedora!
He wouldn't have it in the scene, I don't think.
Inferior game.
Also, do you want Virgil to give you like every plot monologue in the entire game? He'll sure be giving them.
Is he wearing a fedora? Yes. Alright, I'm sitting down.
I'll sit down for this.
I'll sit down for this. Wait, like in the middle of a plot, I'm like, wait, Virgil, question. Yeah, well, what?
My name is Virgil.
What? You missed something? Can you take your fedora? What?
My fedora has been erased from existence.
You know,
Is he a lady?
it's fairly awkward when your first real like introduction to Virgil is this version.
Oh.
Yeah, that'd be very different.
Yeah, no, I didn't have a real understanding of what Virgil was like for a while.
I believe that we can defeat them. So that's what this is about. You need me to fight the demons, help you save the world. What else
Stuck with
There's a couple of
Hollywood
cutscenes
movie
which are
Virgil.
like weird later on that I'll point
More
out.
of a loner type. Trust issues. Work alone. That kind of
Back.
Dante, I don't think you
Everything
understand
is
what
so
is at stake.
great.
God.
Turn your back on me, I'm powerless to stop you.
It does really look like they went into Sony Vegas and just added that grayscale like 50% onto everything.
More cinematic this way.
Give a shit. Please give me a chance to show you. Show me what? Who you really are.
I got bloom!
This was your home. I don't remember it. You will. Cat, open the gateway.
By the way, so far, going through Chaos Island, getting all the memory tokens is not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Our world and Limbo are very closely superpositioned.
I don't feel like it would be very bad on the final island either on that.
Rifts.
Because, like, on the third island, made this really important discovery.
To and from Limbo.
You only enter the 2D section if you go to the beginning. If you don't hit the beginning, it's still 3D, so you can still do some skip, find some really cool skips by doing that.
Yeah, I really hope they evolve how that system works. I hope they like find ways to go away from like the automation and scripting.
Yeah. Because I would say, like, one of my favorite things to do in the game is after you do a section and you're, like, flying up in the air, you're like, wait, there's another one there. Hold on, let me like, skip that, like, try and grab that at the end before I hit down and, like...
Yeah, it's really fun. It's really fun just finding your own passive things and being like rewarded for it.
I just don't get why they're so afraid to just go more into proper like physics and not like restraining your physics and momentum.
I want them to get a bigger team because 60 people is too small.
Yeah,
for the
no,
size of
like
the
that's
game.
definitely the big thing. They need to like double or triple in their size, kind of deal.
I mean, and if this game sells well, you would hope that they would get a larger team, but we know how Sega has been. Like, there's no guarantee for that.
yeah, I hope so. I really hope because they got something going.
They have something going. You can see it, but I just don't have faith.
So this was my home.
I have no reason to have faith.
Show me your secrets.
Yeah, and nobody blames you here.
So frustrating.
Although that does remind me, JD Animations uploaded a video the other day called
Was it the Digimon one?
Yeah, because
Oh, I was just watching that actually.
yeah, it was like Pokemon fit my entire life. I want to give Digimon. I want to give Digimon a shot. I heard good things about Cyber Sleuth, but that's more like Persona, and I don't think that would have fit the content of my video. I'll pick this DS game. That sucks. She absolutely hated.
Which one?
Yeah, it seems very unclear
remember.
what's a good Digimon game to play that isn't just Cyber Sleuth, which is just Digimon SMT.
I mean, I remember having a fun enough time with the world games, specifically Dawn and Dusk, but those also have a bit of a curve.
I could never figure out what to do in the first world game. I was just always lost as a kid.
She was playing one of the DS. She was playing one of the DS games.
Dawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Those games have they have a really rough start to get into, especially because it's a really grindy game to even try to get some new Digimon.
It wasn't even the start for her. It was simply the fact that like all the dungeons are mazes, so she kept on getting lost. And even when she had a guide on the side, she kept going, "What?"
That sounds like a budget DS game at the time.
She also pointed out that when she was trying to find the Digimon games that the fan base agreed on was good, she was not good, but was like the best Digimon game to start with for somebody new. Nobody could agree on everything because every single time somebody brought up games, like I recommend this game. Here's all the flaws, but hey, I think it's pretty neat.
You don't know how to pitch this.
I started on Dawn. That was a rough introduction. But once I learned it, I had a fun time.
Yeah, that's literally what you went with.
I did Cyber Sleuth, and I did enjoy that game.
I played about 5-6 hours of Cyber Sleuth, and it was like, yep, this is good. I wasn't really compelled to keep going, though. I got distracted by other stuff. My dad
knows them.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Is it like Sparta this just in, like, S&M hell? Or something?
Yes, that is revealed later. That, mom's dead, your dad's been eternally trapped for damnation, and you get a cap of this damnation that is him just being freaking S&M eternally.
That's real.
Yeah.
It's your version
that was
of
a situation
Sparta.
where Tell Don't Show was actually perfectly fine.
No, we're gonna show it.
No,
Like
please.
What sets a precedence for why I don't care for a lot of their art screen caps.
He's like he looks like a balding middle-aged man too, with horns. And that's Sparta.
I don't think you actually get that clear of a look at what Sparta looks like. I'd have to see the scene again because I haven't got there in my own playthrough yet, but
That's what I remember. Maybe I'm wrong.
yeah, hit him in the back until you get the new thing.
No, hit him from the front. We're men.
Well, don't worry, there'll be a way to hit him in the front.
It really wanted to show up on that red soul.
Trying to show me.
Oh, no, Surgeon Dragon, we got that. It was called Sonic Chronicles.
Wait, what?
No, Surgeon for he would
A
like,
collab between RPG Studio and Sonic.
Yeah, oh, we got that already. It's called Sonic Chronicles.
Admittingly, now that they have the new lore team kind of in deal, maybe maybe in the future another attempt could work. Possibly.
Like, if we could get the spin-off games actually starring the other characters, that might be nice. It's like the non-mainline games, maybe.
Yeah.
So now the main combat crux of this game. You hold the R2 button to do heavy attacks.
Well, oh.
And while you're holding R2, you are using your heavy mode. But you can let go at any point to switch between them.
Okay, okay, hold on.
Wait, do you hold
neat.
R2 to bring out
It is
the axe
finicky.
specifically?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
Like,
okay,
everything-
I'm
every
already...
heavy attack or a heavy action is tied to the R2. And I emphasize action because we'll get some other stuff later.
Can I get a point-and-click adventure game? Sorry, Team Chaotix. I threw that out as a joke, but I will legit buy that.
Dude, if we could get another game that actually used the heroes mechanics, I legit would love a hero sequel.
Yeah.
But after Heroes came out, so I need to do some time manipulation here. Because they ain't gonna get the mechanics right.
Also, when you do the light or the move variation, you could also switch to the other weapon at that point, and it'll do the finisher for the other weapon.
Okay, I think I'm starting to get an idea of a combo tree going on now.
I got some good depth in here. It's just a little finicky.
Yeah. It's mostly like, I feel like I'm playing hot potato a little bit with the right side of my controller right now. A little bit.
Don't worry, your left side will also get hot potatoed.
Okay, alright.
Equal hot potato.
My hands will be hurting the entire way through
Oh,
equally.
yeah, you will be feeling some Tekken hands. Also, depth perception is a real problem in this game.
Yep.
I kind of just realized Dante is basically just combat Sonic.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a little oversimplified, but I think that's
I
more or
can
less
see what
it.
you're getting at.
Is Nero silver?
He takes everything seriously, but he does still have fun, so I guess.
Actually, I forget. Like, Nero's actually just, he's an angry boy. He's probably the angriest out of all.
Especially DMC 5 Nero, from what I see out of, especially.
Nero's absolutely a punk.
Wouldn't that be more so Old Shadow?
Yeah, maybe Old Shadow is maybe more Nero.
Yeah, it's like Hero Shadow, I guess.
Yeah.
Also, follow the ghost of you and your brother as a child, where you apparently sword fighted even as kids. Which is fine, because 5 kind of adopted that in a little capacity, too.
Surprised no indie game created the Sonic Heroes gameplay style. I could see some indie platformer kind of doing something like that. I could see.
Part 4! How you doing, buddy?
Wait, what?
What?
No, like, emulating the Sonic Heroes gameplay style, just like, hey, Spark 4? Maybe?
Oh, Spark. Okay. I mean, I know how that game ended.
There's a neat idea, and there's
It could be a
metaphors
4th game.
for the text in this game. It's usually just kind of silly.
I still feel so bad that game just broke on ED.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah,
Spark
that's
3. Oh, that was unfortunate. Just
I'll say though, my
refused to
favorite
load.
moment in this game with the text on the walls is just that one scene, and it's just a giant "fuck you, Dante," just yelling at you, and it's like, okay, that's funny. I don't know if that was the intended emotion, but I'll take it. I forget if there's a taunt button in this game. I don't know if there is.
I think that might have been one of the things they added. I think.
I remember this.
Is it what you get when the stars align? It won't leave!
Now time to gain power-ups through metaphors.
What?
I also figured out the best way to make my Pro controller connect to my PC.
Nice.
That is just like, all right, push the home button, get it activate, and just keep mashing the A button until the controller sees it.
Now, aesthetically, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this looks great.
Makes me think of some of the hallucination sections from Spider-Man PS4.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking that maybe a little bit Arkham Scarecrow, a little bit.
This specifically, I just think of just because like the actual color palette is.
Yeah,
not
it
super similar
looked a
to what
lot
they
like the
used for Spider-Man.
what you call it? I forget which villain. Scorpion. Poison part.
Scorpion. You now have your get over here.
Okay, all right.
And because it is the get over here, it is your heavy action.
All right. At least I can do the stinger them and then pull them back in for a combo kind of deal.
And
nope.
There's not many alternate paths in these places. They're more or less glorified tutorials for whatever new thing they're giving you.
I don't like how he dabs every time I do a jump forward. It looks like he's dabbing anyway.
Patrick H. dabbing confirmed.
Well, no need to get him over here when you knock him off. Also, that's really the first green orb you've gotten.
Wow.
Grorb.
Also, enemies in that explosion range will get knocked away, as you saw at the corner of the screen. Congratulations, you've unlocked Dante concept art.
Whoa. Yeah! Yeah!
Oh, purple coins, my favorite. Oh, yum, 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 purple. Oh, so many purple coins.
Delicious.
Ooh, yum. Ooh, scrumptious.
Oh, woke me up.
Alright, pal, we're gonna have a spoiler cast for Frontiers.
Yeah, probably, after 2 weeks of the game being out, I think.
These are the doors. Let's do a secret mission.
Ah!
Also, yeah, you have a... Yeah, just kill quickly. You can knock him... Okay, not this there, yeah. And you can also use the grapple anywhere, just like with Nero's. You can do it on the ground, you can do it in the air. The keys are a shared resource in this game, where you find the keys throughout all the levels, and then you can use them to open any doors that you come across. So it's basically just 2 halves of a collectible.
Okay.
And
Okay,
instead of a blorb, you have a cross. Because angels, I guess.
Yeah.
Also, look, there's a secret for later.
Uh.
That little thing on the ground.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you had to come back much later to do that.
Sparta! They're here! They're here! They found us!
What the hell happened here?
We've got to get out.
She looked like she's in the grocery store and can't find the right ingredient on that.
You're not wrong. Like, visually, this game was pretty revolutionary for the time because they were doing the similar type of, like, face modeling that, like, a lot of Quantic Dream games were doing. And technically wise, that's always been impressive. But the art style doesn't do a great job of doing it.
Why is it
Does
always
this-
attached to really poorly aged games and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's like I remember like Enslaved Odyssey to the West being like the big one at the time, like the game that preceded this.
You can grab them, yeah.
I
They're out
want
their
to play
shield,
that game, but I
and
never
pull them through you.
never got the chance.
It is okay.
It is perfectly average.
Yeah, it's extremely average. Though at the time, it's like, oh hey, here's face tech that you don't really see in games, and now they're just kind of everywhere.
I feel like actually the cinematography is what's actually laying down more of the stuff in this game, because there's some scenes where it's just like
Come on.
so going for cinematic, but it just kind of feels confused. Like, nice job almost falling off a cliff.
It just sounds like DMC as far as I guess like
Oh,
as far as
I thought
like
that was my dad.
style of some areas was a good stepping stone to 5.
Yeah, it provided a glimpse at what we could do with 5.
hmm
And also just better environments, because like Devil May Cry never had the best environments.
yeah.
Yeah, being a relic of Resident Evil type design for it meant that a lot of things were heavily
the
gothic, and it's cool, but it's also hard to navigate.
Like, the most I can think of is, like, what you would call it? Like, the giant
What's
whale thing from 3. That's about it I can think
Yeah,
of.
Leviathan.
So this game also decides to that you can also put a modifier on your dodge. And if you not only do a just dodge, but also are holding down the heavy button while doing it, you can buff yourself afterwards.
Huh.
It is neat. This is starting to do a little too much finger workouts
Yeah.
to manage. Especially when there's another one later on the L2 button, while also doing L1 to dodge. It is neat. It is just not all that practical. And also, yes, your Arbiter also has its
Oh,
own
okay,
weapon.
that's also good. Flush.
Flush is its Stinger equivalent, and it sends out a projectile, so it's a good range option.
Okay. I'll get that for now.
Also, Rorbs are basically just for buying heart pieces.
Okay.
Is that Mom?
Oh god, the pendant again! Ah!
I love
The
these
plot
films.
device. But actually not really, because I don't think it's ever relevant in this game.
Fucking demons.
If I remember right, the music choice for this game is technically, I believe, industrial. Like, it's not like... Yeah, I don't know what I think it is. All I can say is that it's not bad, it's just not my cup of tea. I said it already, and I'll probably keep saying that throughout this entire playthrough. Especially because this game does have dynamic music with your style.
Yeah, I
It's
know that
when
was
you
like
have
the
such
big
a hard time
thing.
getting to, yeah, but when you have a hard time getting to those higher rankings, you're not going to really be able to appreciate it.
Yeah. I think I even have that in my script again for the Lost Frontier thing. It's like, hey, DMC like the reboot did introduce the dynamic music thing that vibe would then flourish in later on, you know.
Mm-hmm. This game has a lot of great ideas. It's just had a lot of stuff around it that didn't do it any favors.
Okay, so here's the first light weapon, I'm guessing.
And here's you. Yep. Fast.
Kind of reminds me of just like this idea that somebody had for like dynamic music and like the boost gameplay for Sonic a while ago. Essentially, like you would have like I guess like 2 different tracks playing at the same time, but the game would switch depending on if you're just running at normal speed or boosting.
Hmm.
Yeah. Man, I will say with like Frontiers, they needed to drop the boost filter for cyberspace.
Yeah, because in the regular gameplay, they do it. It's perfectly fine there.
Yeah, and also it's just a sprint button at this point. It's like it's okay for control, but it's like our non-boosting speed in cyberspace is ridiculously capped. I don't understand why they did it like that.
Okay.
So yeah, AoE and speed. That's more or less what those weapons are gonna be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. One's crowd control, one is to hit hard.
And then you had enemies that were restricted with the weapon type, which does not work when it's only light weapons and only heavy weapons.
You couldn't even use Rebellion on them.
Yeah. Oh god, ew.
Did they, I don't know if they fixed that in this version.
They did. They
did.
explicitly did.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was the worst thing because you were just like later on they would just constantly do this, so you were like restricted to half your kit.
Yeah, and when you were doing like a freaking Grace and Glory fight where you have one red and one blue, oh hey, if they're too close to each other, I can't hit either of them.
I think like Virgil's teleports got limited in a similar way, where they just had enemies that just directly countered like half your kit.
Yeah,
and
I
there
haven't
weren't
played
really
the
ways to work
original
around
DLC
it.
yet, but I do know that it wasn't well designed, and hell, even like there's like was final like enemy gauntlet near the end that's just miserable. You need to grab that first.
Yeah, I'm just basing that on the Super Best or Castle Super Beast opinions on that, like what they recounted. I haven't actually played it myself.
I will always prefer games where later on in the game you had to work more to make the busted stuff you got at the beginning actually be worth it, rather than just the game, rather than they're just looking at you to play to go, yeah, you can't use that anymore.
Yeah.
Why? Because.
Yeah, I prefer my combat system of being the enemies now get more defensive and you gotta work around them, and then it's all on opening them up so you can do the busted shit that you were doing at the beginning of the game at that point, kind of deal.
Yes.
A blue rose.
Turn into a gun.
Turn this rose into a gun.
Literally, Nero's gun is called Blue Rose.
Be true. But now we're just gonna do more metaphorical upgrades.
Going through the door of truth
Metaphysical,
right
I think, is
here.
probably what you'd call it.
This shit looks great.
Yeah, like, no, that's probably been my favorite part of the game so far, is like the set design and stuff like this has been really good so far.
Limbo is great.
I will never say no to floating voids for platforming sequences.
Yeah, no.
Honestly, Frontiers, you could have done something more with this. It's a void. You don't have to make. It doesn't have to make sense.
You're not the one in control. You're not the one in control.
You are not the one in control. You're flowing with time. You're flowing.
So first you had get over here. Now you have get me over there.
Okay.
And these are your two options for when fighting enemies. Do you want them to come to you, or do you want to come to them?
Yeah.
It's a good system, and I do like it. It's just the fact that it's L2 and R2
Yeah.
while still pressing the gun button makes it a little finicky.
Get over here! No!
Ikaruga color switching, which is easy to get mixed up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hello, Frontiers.
Well, I mean, with Fingeruga, it's just like L1, R1, that's all the buttons that you're doing, all that kind of deal. It's not doing that and then remembering all your other combos over here at the same time.
Yeah, but my brain still dies. My brain still
fair.
dies. It can't handle it.
It would not enjoy this game to that capacity since you, like we said, you have to also press another button while thinking about that.
Yeah, I did do it. Like, I don't remember. Like, I'm trying to remember when. I think I beat this back in 2016.
Mhm.
I remember playing this and then playing like Doom 2016 around the same time.
So when your,
I don't know what happened
when your brain was at its peak.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you missed
Yep.
one.
Stuck at like some non-official Lego company. God, those Legos were super expensive.
Also, this game does not have the stinger jump, which means it's garbage.
Actually,
Okay.
if I remember correctly, this was also right around the 2016 election. So, fun times. Mental health was at a high.
When you want to say it's fine, but you're not actually fine. Fine, you'll never be fine.
So we have that, and then like this shitty political message in this game.
Oh. That was an experience, I bet on that.
I don't think it like hit too hard, but it's just really funny thinking back on it. I mean, like this has the elegance of a flaming truck. That was a time. Also, I was using what's the service? What's the rental service? GameFly.
Gamefly, yeah.
Yeah, I actually used that service like as part of a trial. That's how I played Doom 2016.
I used to Gamefly way back in middle school, and I think I unsubscribed because it's just like a game was like taking a month and it never came in. I think some asshole stole it from the mailbox, I think.
Hey,
Yeah.
Pat, you had the same experience too?
Oh, you had the same thing. Okay, alright.
So it was Doom
Excellent.
2016, and it was also Ratchet and Clank, like the movie.
Ah.
Reboot. I played that game for like 20 minutes and dropped it. Dropped it super hard. I didn't like anything about that game.
It was GameFly. It was through GameFly that I played Sonic Riders. And my dad had a subscription to GameFly, so we were doing that for a while. But then my dad was ordering games, and they would never come, and we just eat counted them because, like, Dad, why'd you cancel GameFly? It's like, son, they keep stealing my games.
What was the other? Also, I played like about 12 minutes of like Star Ocean 5, I think. I gotta look up the box art. But I tried it for a little bit and it just nope.
It also adopted
Why does Kid Virgil look like he's had a Pleasantville on that image?
Oh god.
I'm gonna be honest, his mother, I'm assuming that's like his mother, looks like a character I would see like Dragon Age.
Yeah.
Look at this fucking image. So stupid looking.
I hate this art style.
Yeah. Like, I'm fine when they're, like, in-game and they got stuff going on, but for some reason, like, their actual, like, illustrated stuff just doesn't do anything for me.
This looks like a bad version of the early.
Oh, no, he just tried too
League.
hard.
Yeah. They'll try real hard later.
Oh,
This
boy.
looks like a bad version of like the early League of Legends login screen art that you would get
Oh, I
with
see.
like each champion.
She looks like stop trying!
Unfortunately, they won't.
Stop
won't
trying!
stop.
You're not good at it!
But look at the Renaissance art.
Like this is what really just makes it even more laughable.
I'm just
Like,
waiting for
this is
the.
their serious
I'm just
moment.
waiting for the Little Shop of Horrors music. It's like holding her up.
He separated us.
They're trying so hard, and it's just not working.
There's another scene where it's even funnier, where they're trying to make exposition a bit more visually interesting. It's not doing that.
No.
It ain't
It
working.
doesn't do it.
That ain't right.
Like
Stop
Devil
it.
May Cry's plot was always dumb, and we were fine with it because they kind of reveled in it. This game takes it in a similar direction, but it takes it too seriously. And it's just like we can't get behind it. You're trying too hard.
Your script is bad, but you think it's good.
But there's a reason why Dante dancing to freaking Michael Jackson shit while wearing a cowboy hat is kind of the epitome of what Devil May Cry has become.
Yeah.
It's dumb, but they like
I mean,
it.
it's what it always was.
Well, I would say definitely Devil May Cry 3 on for sure.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Itsuno's
Yeah, like-
Devil May Cry is that kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Mia's kind
Dante-
of Devil May Cry was a different kind of silly.
Dante Gain Dr. Faust and Dante Gain Nevin are the same picture.
But those are also from the same mind. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you don't have those kinds of scenes in Devil May Cry 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Eventually the people behind that would do that with Bayonetta
Yeah.
No, like,
in their
you
own way.
can still taste a different kind of cool that Bayo has by comparison.
Yeah, like just Bayo just owning every scene she's in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Virgil, I saw some really bad illustrations. Did you have to go through that?
Virgil, the
What are you talking about? Those were cool. Oh no.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
Oh, Virgil, no.
I thought that was
I thought you were trying to recruit me, man. You're making this sound really dumb.
Oh
Wait,
god, I swear
Virgil,
Kubi and I had a bit about this.
Wait, Virgil, did you draw them? I put my heart and soul into them, man.
Oh,
I commissioned
no.
them, no.
Fate worse than
I mean, good first attempt.
There it is.
Just in bondage hell.
no more. Where we come from.
Do you want to know more, Dante? It's not
No,
going great.
I don't.
I commissioned some pictures.
Why?
I swear Kubi and I made an extremely similar bit here.
That one shadow looking back at Virgil. I can picture some pictures.
This is gonna be this whole playthrough, by the way. Numb the pain.
I can picture some pictures. You don't like them, Dante?
Oh, this game's okay.
Oh, that looks helpful on that.
Yeah. Get your pop
Dante, I
ready.
just wanted to remember our family.
No!
Get away.
Also, you now have enough red orbs to buy your first health upgrade.
Oh, thank God.
But there's another item you might want to save up for.
Item finder beats him.
Now, for our playthrough, probably not that necessary, but for someone that cares, you'd probably want that item finder.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
by now?
Full health.
Yeah.
Yep. And then, yeah, these are some nice loading scenes of just like, here's some kind of
Yeah, I
combo
mean, this
item.
is pretty
You know
neat.
what?
I like
Appreciate it.
this.
If you're not going to give us like a void to practice in during loading scenes, that's a good alternative.
Yeah.
My mother used to
Oh,
Give me
this
the
scene.
void though.
Oh, God.
This is another one of like, man, they're trying too hard.
Some things have always been.
It's
Always
symbolic.
been angel. There have always been demons.
Commission some
There have always been
pictures.
war.
You commissioned the graffiti.
I was gonna have this. I have this entire dialogue I'm gonna have with my brother. I'm gonna make sure someone comes here to spray paint images of all of it, perfectly timed.
I practiced this.
It's art.
This is the real reason why they get into a fight.
The end
Oh
fight.
my god. Jesus.
Come on! Come on!
Christ.
Well, what do you think of that one, Dante?
How about me talking about the twin babies as they're right behind me?
They look like angel wings behind
Oh,
them.
well, man, no, this is really bad. Make sure I get that put on there.
Really bad.
Oh,
Wait, did you skip?
I think I
Oh,
accidentally.
Pat, skip the cutscene.
Oh,
Shit.
wait, hold on.
No. We need to see this all.
Yeah, no.
Go the fuck back.
For reference, I was just trying to pause because I was laughing so hard. No!
No, main menu.
Wait, yeah, hold on.
Is there mission select?
Wait, yeah, I think I do mission
There is
select. I
mission
think that'll
select,
work.
yeah.
That'll work.
Oh,
Okay.
wrong one, yeah.
We gotta go back. We gotta go back.
Main menu.
Start.
Restart level. Restart level. Let's try restart
Let's
level.
try that.
I doubt it.
That,
It
or
might
we can
select
do.
the main menu.
Okay, yeah, that works.
Okay,
we're
we're
good,
saved.
we're
We're saved.
good.
All right.
So now
Let's
we
look at
get.
the
I feel like the end of this playthrough, the reason they're gonna fight is just that Dante's had enough of Virgil's commissions at this point.
They're not, Virgil. They're not good.
Virgil,
These are all kind of in poor taste.
The path is clear for us to commission. What'd you just say?
The fight isn't for like the Sparta weapon or the Yamato. It's like, Virgil, I am taking your credit card. You'll have to fight me for it.
Oh, that's a much more compelling reason than what they actually come up with.
Look at that face. It's like, man, seriously? Is that what you do in your free time?
You commissioned like artwork of our parents making out.
Hey, it could be worse. I could be paying them an exposure. Shut up. Shut up right now.
Virgil, you need a therapist.
Like more than usual.
I miss my mom, okay? I miss...
Look at me, I am killing your mom.
Why did you? Why is all this?
And your dad is sealed, you see the symbolism.
Virgil, why did you commission all of this? I need to remember, Dante. I must never forget.
I drink
I
to
need to know
forget,
my
but I
plot.
always remember.
Also, why would you commission it in such a way
Oh my
where it's
god! What the fuck?
we are half. You see it.
We are.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh my god.
How this man timed out this whole sequence? Just keep playing.
Also, I love this. It's just like Dante's literally just summed up that entire cutscene in a single sentence. In 2 sentences.
Hi, Alexandra. Yes, we are.
They do this. This happens a lot in this game where Virgil has this big, just freaking plot dump conversation, and then Dante finishes it up in just 2 sentences. Like, okay, so I'm just gonna summarize everything you did, wasting our entire times.
But I need. Hey, you need to see all the commission. Are you okay?
I'll be right back. I need to recover.
Oh no! Oh, my commission right now, quickly! I need to go for credit card. I need to commission more.
Also, yeah, Osiris can actually pull people up to you without having to do the grapple. And now they talk about the ranking system on the mission, on the 3rd mission.
That's weird.
It's an odd choice, to say the least.
You know what? Oddly enough, I think it's better than what it happened to me in this playthrough of Sonic Frontiers. Where it was like, here's how to dodge. I'm on the 3rd island. Why you telling me now?
I'm sorry.
Hey,
you
Alexandra.
When I needed.
Don't you want to know the grand tale of Virgil and his commissions gone wrong?
Look like you're just like you commissioned a street artist, and let me guess, he only paid an exposure.
That's the corruption at the end. You started paying them and then you stopped.
By the way, if you hear Lucian in the background, that kind of busted out laughing at my statement. Sort of.
Great. Perfect.
Okay. I mean, am I wrong?
No. Well,
are
it
not
started
wrong.
as like the initial like flashback scenes. It looked like it just had this really dumb art, and Virgil's like, "So you like that art?" No, I commissioned for it. I paid a lot of money for
It
it.
started with that.
Virgil, why do you think these look good?
Guys tried so hard. And then we got into commission to commission.
So the story that we've now created is that at the end of the game, when Dante and Virgil fight, it's just so that Dante can steal the credit card from Virgil.
Okay, help me. Okay, I've only seen playthroughs of this game. I would like to know there was not health meters on the enemies or on the original
Yeah,
version.
no, we're playing definitive edition for this that made a lot of quality of life improvements on it. So
Indeed, they did.
yeah. Yeah!
Oh, this game has some awkward barks for Dante's attacks.
Barks.
I'm just like...
that is industry term for whenever someone yells out something when they're doing an action. You cannot get over that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I can get upgrade. Wait, Lee. Okay, I actually have new abilities over here.
Mhm.
Okay.
So leap allows you to jump off an enemy when you come to them, but kicker and payoff are actually good options.
Ooh. Okay, payoff actually. Yeah,
Payoff and kicker are good.
to pay off for that.
Oh, I did not expect this to be where this direction went. But I like it.
Got numb the pain somehow.
Well, here's the thing. From what I've been told, like I said, yeah, you can't salvage this freaking story, but they managed to salvage the gameplay.
Yeah,
So
that's kind of the mentality I'm going into with this. I mean, hey, I'm actually having kind of a little bit of fun with the gameplay. That did not happen in DMC 2 at all on that whatsoever.
Like, the biggest thing I could complain about with the game is that because it's a lot of its gameplay flow is switching between using L2 and R2 for your different combos. You can have a little bit of Tekken fingers going on where you're overcompensating for trying to get all over the controller. But outside of that, like, no, it's a solid action game now that it's been properly balanced out a bit more.
By the way, curiosity, Alexandra, have you finished Frontiers by this point?
Oh, Frontiers. Remember, I told you guys I'm putting priority on Pokemon this month. Frontiers is next month.
Ah, okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so I'm getting Pokemons on Friday.
Okay.
I keep forgetting it's that close at this point.
Yeah, so many games, so many games.
I almost booted up Platinum today, but then the emulator I was using had a bunch of glitches, and I'm like, fuck it, I don't feel like fixing this.
Understandable. Speaking of late games coming in, the Jeff Keighley Circle Jerk starts tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I got to
yeah.
know about that.
Wait, Game Awards is happening?
Yeah,
The
Game Awards
nominations are coming out
nominations are
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Oh, okay. The thing that we just sit through for like 3 announcements.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
why I don't watch them anymore at this point.
Alright, but real talk, Elden Ring, I actually do want that to get Game of the Year.
It
I mean,
probably
sure.
is.
It's
honest.
either Elden Ring or God of War that's gonna
God
most
of
likely
War.
get it.
Those are
That's
probably
the-
and that's not just with the Game Awards. I'm just saying in general. Those are the two front runners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say the out there, the closest to third for a front runner would probably, and I'm not exaggerating, probably Xenoblade. But that's gonna be like Elden Ring, God of War, and then really far down third Xenoblade.
Yeah.
I mean, not for Game Awards.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
They never give that the time of day.
I know, and that's why we're all gonna be fucking pissed because they're probably not gonna give it the time of day again.
Gonna find some stupid reason to not put it.
Not give it the time. Of
I
day.
do
Not
love
even-
the meme
not
going.
even nominated for best RPG. Or
No,
best
I love
soundtrack.
the meme going around that it'll be nominated for best family game, and it's just showing the scene with Charla kind of deal. Family game kind of deal.
Wait,
Yeah.
Charla.
No, not Charla.
Which character?
No, Pigtail Girl, chapter 5 and 6.
Another blue roll.
Oh, Shania!
Shania, that was the name. Yeah.
No!
It's been a little bit. It's been a little bit.
Wait, what kind of like quote unquote not family friendly are we talking
This is
about?
only the beginning.
I don't know.
Her by Cliff. I'll put it like that. Like.
Okay.
Amazing.
No. Wait, you haven't played the Xenoblade yet. Xenoblade 3 yet. I can't say this. The chapter 6.
I mean, I've played it. I just haven't gotten that far in it.
Okay. No, it's like you're saying another family-friendly thing. No, a certain character's emotional breakdown. You know what I mean?
I mean, that reaction
gonna
image
get
is going to be used a
probably-
lot if Xenoblade 3 is not in there, I can tell.
Gonna get one
yeah.
of
Parts
the
of
better
Xenoblade
abilities
3.
in this game.
Yeah.
Brandon, I would not feel confident putting Sonic Frontiers is not going to get
Best
nominated
family
for
game.
anything.
I'm gonna be perfect honest. Best family game. I will probably say Kirby's got a quick shot.
Yeah.
Also, yes, Kirby should also be a GOATY contender.
Yeah,
I like.
Kirby's probably for games that actually came out this year. Kirby's probably my #1 right now.
So
Like-
Pat, you now have an air dash.
Ah,
Like
What?
the ones I would like the games that out of all the games I have played this year that I would or I have been seeing footage of and everything that is this year that I say logically should be GOATY contenders should be Elden Ring, God of War, Xenoblade 3, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, because we need to have an indie rep in here, Neon White. And
White,
this is a little bit of an oddball, but I can see them doing this. Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Should more people need to give Freedom Planet 2?
yeah.
The
I
time of
need
day.
to
Oh
I
my
need to
God,
sit
like-
down and play it myself. But for the only category I think Frontiers would have any 10 chance in is maybe best soundtrack of the year.
Soundtrack. And
Most
honest-
improved.
yeah.
Yeah,
Most
best
improved
soundtrack.
category.
But again, if like I said, they're gonna be. It's probably gonna be up against stiff competition. I'm sure Elden Ring has some great music, and I swear to Lord, if Xenoblade 3 gets nominated, they better fucking nominate him. Anyway.
Hell, I wouldn't like. I like the soundtrack in Frontiers. It's not even like best soundtrack.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like the only one I think it could be nominated
Nominated
for.
for, yeah. And then watch best shooter goes to Overwatch 2 somehow.
Probably will, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I can see it.
And then like not only does like best shooters like Overwatch 2 is nominated, Splatoon 3 doesn't even get a mention.
Oh,
Yeah, I'd see it.
I am foreseeing that happening too.
I could also see that.
I think Splatoon 3 has more of a chance, but yeah.
I mean, with the amount of numbers Splatoon 3 has been doing and stuff like that, and consistently,
Last I checked, how does Splatoon 3 always sold like 9 million copies?
I
of,
think
like,
so,
Splatoon
yeah.
2?
I think that's from the most recent support.
Yeah, which it's gonna overtake Splatoon 2 in sales.
Are
Yeah.
we? Is Splatfest over?
Yes.
Yeah.
Results should be next rotation, which is at the top of the hour.
Okay.
As it should be in next rotation.
I feel pretty good about how
Water
we did.
and water and water, water, water and water
I
and
completely
water.
Big man
I
gets a
completely
win,
missed
baby.
out- I completely missed out on the Splash Fest just because of Sonic.
Yeah.
Flying rats.
I had a funny moment while I was playing this game a little while ago, and it was, I think, like because I'm on PS5, it loaded a little too fast, so when an enemy name came up, it immediately disappeared.
It's like a pet. Oh.
Aw. That
Who are you? What
that
are
like
you?
reminds me of like when I played Bayonetta on PC for the first time. It's just like the loading times are non-existent, so it's like Bayonetta gets in for the loading screen and then we're immediately out afterwards.
Yeah.
Seen people play Wonderful 101 remastered. Even on the Switch version that happened.
Oh yeah.
I'll warm up. Oh, I've already again. Shit.
Then how do I warm up?
How do I warm? Yeah,
Sorry, what?
Just talking
No,
about
just-
like trading room stuff that like because it loads so fast you don't even get time to trade kind of deal.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I wonder if that's the case with Bayonetta 3.
I mean, normally that's why you have us like opt in whether or not to have it
They
keep
give you
going
a
after
few seconds
loading.
to press the button. To press
I
the
mean,
button now because they realize like, oh shit.
That's why Frontiers does it.
Yeah.
I'll say now that we're seeing more enemy types, the enemy design does not really impress much in this game.
Yeah, nah.
They're very
There are
much
a lot
there.
of different variations of the same thing.
This one's got a chainsaw.
And that one has a bow and arrow. And that one has a bow and arrow.
And that one has a shield.
I am honestly shocked how much I am genuinely enjoying the cyberspace in spite of the issues.
Yeah. Well, I think it's mostly because
Yeah.
the last few levels are actually like really good.
Yeah, but like I don't even mind just playing like the other levels that much. Like I'm honestly having
Except for
fun with
1,
it.
2, I've already seen how notorious that is.
no, that one's fine. That's just more only for the S rank
S
on
rank.
that.
The only
you try to
real
get
major
it's
problem,
tight.
the only real major problem with the physics is just the air control when you're trying to turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only major issue, and that feels like a very easy fix. That and also the capped running speed when you're not boosting.
Yeah.
He controls everything.
It's like you can save it.
It's right there.
You know what? It already has been saved.
From what I've seen, not quite. It needs tweaking.
Like, I think like last I checked 2 days ago, he did put out like another update to the improved mod.
It's gonna be some work, but yes.
Yeah.
It's in your hand. Planet Earth
And right now on the website is like the most downloaded mod.
The demons have spiked. It's okay.
Did he figure out how to separate that from the open world physics?
Looks like at this point he's doing it for both, which is why he's tweaking them like some more.
While he's connected to the Hellgate, he's
No, Ace, commercialism is evil.
Yeah. It's like, oh, hey
Blanket.
guys, did you know commercialism is evil? Did you know Fox News is evil? Seriously, they kind of throw it at you like a sledgehammer.
Virgil,
It's not subtle in the slightest.
I mean,
Virgil, what is this room? This is where I ordered my commissions from. What do you have? What do you know these PCs for?
that's a work in progress right there.
Are there all these PCs? Commissions. Everything.
And another situation where Virgil explains everything, and then Dante just surmises it in 2 sentences right afterwards, and it's just like, what was the point?
That's like Metal Gear Solid levels of stupid. It's just like Snake asking questions.
Yeah.
To ask questions.
So make
you
it
know?
stronger.
Repeat the
Not
last
even
5
asking
words with a question mark.
questions, just like repeating the last keyword.
It's like it's exposition fairy. That's the problem. It's the
Mhm.
exposition fairy problem.
Did anyone ever play Last Remnant?
I have not.
That sounds really familiar.
There's a moment, like very early on, where the characters are just thrown into a cave after like some monster creates a seismic event. The main character asks, like, "What happened?" The character just says, "The gag bolt blew up this hole, and now we're trapped in this cave. Are there any other dumb questions you want to ask?" And the main character responds, "Cave."
She will be your guide.
Any questions,
Wow.
Snakes? Questions.
It'll kill you.
I saw you later, you bastard. You must go to prison.
Answer to these questions, just bring more questions. Hey, good for you. You're starting to catch on.
Drag me into limbo.
Hey, look, it's the E3 demo area.
Yep.
They must have been looking out for you.
And good visuals, man.
I know. Here comes trouble.
Yeah, I think that was where it happened, where it's just like, stay again.
Not bad.
Okay.
It's kind of interesting how both of us decided to clear Devil May Cry games this year, because I finally finished Devil May Cry 5.
Yeah.
This year.
We've been
Yeah,
doing this retrospective for a while, kind of deal. So 5 is going to be pretty soon after this, because I know a lot of you guys are waiting for that one.
Yeah. And it's like, I have learned that I'm terrible at hack and slashes. I probably should have played. Like, one of my friends said I should play on normal Devil Hunter difficulty, because he's like, easy is too easy. And I'm just like, after I sat down and played through it, I'm just like, okay, buddy, I got used to Nero, and to the point that actually Nero was my favorite playstyle. I really liked V early on because of the distance style. Jesus Christ, Dante is too complicated for me.
Yeah. No, Dante has a hell of a skill ceiling.
What do you think is the hardest Dante in the series, do you think?
5, 4.
5 has a lot going on, but it has enough quality of life stuff to make it a bit more manageable. 5 is really difficult to
Because,
get.
and also
That was the. Go ahead.
during me playing through it, he swore by Royal Guard, and I'm just like, okay, yeah.
Oh
bro.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
At
like,
least-
yeah,
once again,
bro, I can't use Royal Guard to save my damn life.
Once again,
It was just
5 makes it
Trickster
more.
and Gunslinger for me most of the time.
Yeah, absolutely makes
Oh
sense.
no, Swordmaster and Gunslinger. Trickster, I usually did it just as a quick get off of me button. But...
Yep, that is what that's for. It's also an approach, since if you get to the higher levels, you can just teleport up to enemies. But yeah, Royal Guard, that's another situation where 5, great quality of life, where it doesn't demand you to be perfect to make use of it. It is still a matter of, like, you are going to have a bit of a learning curve for it. It is definitely the most risk reward and has a hell of a payoff for that reward, but you have to put in the time to learn it. Because like 5 has the system where if you do a Royal Guard, but it's not the perfect
I
timing,
think
it
there's
will eat a
soul
little
over
bit of
there.
Devil
You
Trigger.
missed that.
Nope.
Yeah, there's a lot of some souls hanging out on the upper ceilings.
Ah.
You have to use the air dash to get to them.
Or you could just
They're
shoot
immune
a
to guns.
bot. Yeah,
They
Right,
are immune to guns.
You're gonna have to use the air dash. Screw you.
screw you.
I will shoot you.
Oh, but speaking of Sonic, something fun happened to me today.
Yeah.
Oh yeah?
So, Lucian and I decided to go to Moe's for lunch. And while we were there, we were checking out, the cashier was just, packing up her stuff, and then he complimented my Shadow tea that I got from the Yeti. And then we were talking about the movie for a bit, and then he starts giving us a second bag of chips tortilla chips on the house.
Mhm.
And then he he upgraded us to large drinks with the combo on the house. He gave us 2 cookies on the house, and
Is he gonna give you the
paid
house?
for the food instead of a full combo each, just because I was a Sonic fan.
Wow. Find the game.
Treat our own.
Good.
Finally, it does have perks.
We take care of our own here.
These are troubling times.
You're a Sonic fan. You probably need to pick me up.
Also, like Ace mentions in the chat,
More by
this
you were
game does
lucky I
have a
didn't
lot of,
swallow that water,
filler missions.
because I would have spat it out.
We'll
You
come
are
back
a
to
Mario
that
fan,
later.
I'm gonna look the other way. Mario fans are always eating good.
What the hell?
Sonic fans, they haven't had a good meal in a while. Here, let me know.
So here's just a weird idea.
Just random.
Nicely done, girls.
I don't know if it's an instant kill or just big damage, but it's just like sometimes here's a moment where you have to mash the gun button. Okay.
We want to appeal to the Devil May Cry
So,
2
by-
fans.
By the way, what did we all think about the slow-mo censorship shots while Dante was putting his clothes on her at the first opening?
It was
cutscene?
pretty great, actually.
Yeah, it was like, oh hey, this might be Devil May Cry.
I can see the remnants in there.
And then the wig happened, and I'm just like, oh, for fuck's sake.
If he didn't say in a million years,
If
would've been fine.
it was just him with the wig and then it was just like right on to the rest of it kind of deal, I think it would have been fine on that.
The
sort
not
of
in the
deal.
million years thing just screams the devs being like fucking insecure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he could have been like, I don't know.
Maybe
There's
he'll
other
grow
things he
on
could
me.
have said while still
Like,
being
oh, maybe he'll grow on me, but not today.
Which
You
is
could
all
just
just
raise
raise
an
because he gets
eyebrow at
white
it.
hair later anyway.
Yeah, I also liked interesting a little irony with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. The DMC skin for Dante looks better than Dante.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Everybody was just like the biggest fucking monkey's paw kind of deal.
You got a good Dante
Well,
skin. It's not the Dante we wanted.
Yeah.
They got the Dante's way. Well, how come it looks better? Well, you see, this one's actually a new model. The other one we just have to reuse.
God.
Oh, no,
It was
this
like,
one.
a monkey's paw. It's like, I'll make Dante look better. Not that.
Not wrong one.
And yeah, it was just so raising question. It was like, oh, y'all made Chun-Li look better. You still didn't work on Dante? What the hell?
You got a bit of a glow up, but not enough.
Oh, I did it! Sweet!
Wait, what are you getting for dinner?
No. He's playing Frontiers right now.
Oh. So, what
Because
is
he's
okay.
doing true 100% run right now at this point.
901 Korok seeds! 901 Korok
Basically.
seeds, sorry.
It's not nearly as bad as Koroks.
Oh yeah, no,
Oh,
because
absolutely not.
big can cheese the hell out of it, kind of deal. Like 100% is honestly not hard.
Honestly, I wasn't even referring to that. It's like I was just referring to the hearts memory tokens.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
I
little
could ju-
thinky to
I
get that,
could
but you
just-
can
I
grapple
can
it.
just hear just the ya ha ha echoing.
The Cocos are not designed to be cleared.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Technically speaking, now we're the Koroks, and that's why you freaking get a fucking gold.
No, but I mean
Ooh.
more so because like with the Koroks, like they are marked and there is a set number of them. Cocos aren't really marked at all, so it's
Yeah.
like the game is
They're
like
just
don't even bother. So we don't. I don't think
Yeah.
it even recognizes that you get all the Cocos.
Yeah.
No, it
I
doesn't.
don't think it's possible.
I think they just kind of respawn over time too. So.
Also,
Yeah,
left,
they're
lost-
just a
there was
resource.
lost soul up there to your left.
Oh,
Pat,
Yeah,
on the-
you got.
Oh
another one.
right, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you'll just see them randomly like about like in key areas, and that's it.
Oh, okay.
There isn't any indication of how many there are at
Like
all.
the
so-
most I have seen was when Proton John was doing their sponsored stream. He did the we all jokingly called it the Twilight Princess Goat In minigame. And then the mommy and kid died. I was just like, huh?
Oh yeah.
Like, I know the cutscene you saw. Yeah, that's the appropriate reaction.
Huh?
I saw that cutscene the first time and just go, wait a minute.
We just like, mommy, I found you. Let us die
There's
together.
the bane of the
It's
original.
fine.
Oh.
They're fine with it. It's like freaking Mr. Meeseeks.
Well, it's called a frost knife for a reason.
So yeah, if you want to hit him with the other things, you can see how like not much it does.
Oh yeah, it doesn't even launch him or anything
So,
like that.
so now it becomes they just have super armor against the things that aren't their attribute. Instead
well,
of
that's just
I
fucking
have
stupid.
super. It's not even super armor. It's just I'm immune. That was the dumbest thing about the original.
Also see a lost soul up there of high.
Yep.
I don't know if you... Okay.
They do blend into the environment surprisingly well. There's still some people. If you use a heavy on them, you can usually tear the shield right out of their hands.
Ow!
Oh yeah, also a lot of people were saying Sparks of Hope should be a GOTY contender as well. I've been hearing great things about that.
What?
Mario
Okay.
Rabbids sequel.
Okay. I thought you were talking
That
about.
just occurred to me. It
I've-
just occurred to me.
I thought you were. My mind immediately went to the Spark the Electric Jester. I'm like, Game of the Year contender?
It's like I like Spark, but
I heard the third game is actually really good.
the
Though.
third game?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
I
I
played
gave
it.
him
I
up
love
the
it.
first one because it just got so long in the tooth.
You know, I love that game. Not as much as Free and Plan 2, but still good.
I'm waiting for Free to Play 2 to get the consoles, but that's not until next year.
But
I
I said
technically
Free to
already
Play
have
is
it
not
on
till next
console
year.
because I can have a Steam Deck.
I'm not gonna say what that almost sounded like.
we know. You know.
I love that just the giggle just left you off.
just the highlight reel for this year. Just putting the wheezing picture.
Yeah, the wheezing said that. See, at that point, that needs to be on your soundboard.
Yeah, you'll modify this area in a minute.
Okay.
Also, the only other thing I know about Sonic Frontiers, the line that personally hurt me.
Which one?
Oh, the Chow Garden one. Yeah.
I feel personally attacked from that one.
Are there Chows in this game? Nah. Damn it.
Not to say there isn't anything connected to the Chow.
Mhm.
Oh god, did you guys happen at any point to talk about the prologue animation with Knuckles? Because that was so good.
I haven't talked
That
about it,
was
but yeah, that's
really
like
good.
It's really good. I still am debating if I like that or the Team Sonic Racing short more kind of deal, because they are very different, but I like both for
it's kind of weird to compare them at all.
Yeah. Ah!
Don't go into the light! Except I need to go into the light. It's a special stage.
Oh, okay, just a traversal one, okay.
Oh, you know what? The fact that they let you run around and practice it before time starts,
That's actually good, yeah.
really good. I'll give them credit on that one. Oh god, this is reminding me of one of the special missions in DMC 5, though. Get to the end of the area without touching the ground. Holy shit, I was there way too long.
Yoink.
Wow,
Yoink.
that goal marker is just so out of place looking.
Yeah.
Nope, miss that.
Ah!
Oh god!
Dante Vision. Dante Vision.
Oh god!
Oh god!
It
Never seen that.
burns! Soiled it! Soiled
Oh,
it!
there's so much angst that's taking out the entire screen now! Ah!
It is funny. On my second playthrough of Devil May Cry 5, the get to the end without touching the ground actually wasn't too bad for me.
Yeah, it was that mission and the one to beat all the enemies in 20 seconds. The second one, second one, I just gave up. I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, there's a, especially when you're doing it as V, there's a specific timing to it that's just like, man, this is tight.
Because I kept doing it. I kept double triggering, and it's just like, okay, just double trigger. That'll fix it. No.
Let me up!
Yeah, just beam me up, Scotty.
Let me
The
up!
big thing for like that mission was you double trigger to bring out Nightmare, and then you try to get him to do his laser. And that's kind of the intended way to do it, but it's still such a tight timing, yeah. But yeah, no, the Nero one of getting through it without touching the ground, like that one has a nice flow to it once you start to get the feel of it, and it actually feels good.
Yeah, but it's just like the moment
getting to
you
that
get
point, yeah.
one hiccup, your flow is completely ruined. And that's what I hated about that one.
Yeah.
Not to mention there was just sometimes the grapple didn't work, and I was just like, I know I did it. What the fuck?
You want to get across
There's
the
a
way
soul.
and then grab that eyeball
Yeah,
pad.
yeah, go ahead and yeah,
Double
air dash
jump
over
and
here.
then-
There's a soul over there. Yeah, camera number 1, but right next to you there's a soul. The
Yeah.
One more.
What?
kick is good. Anyway.
It's up and it's gone!
I think you need to hit him with a combo finisher to kill them. So it's better just to mash out a rebellion combo.
Wrong button!
That'll happen a lot.
So Wholesome News, I convinced Dan to just put a channel in his Discord just to post spiels. Because spiels are
Beals?
wholesome.
What?
Yeah,
did not get up
the Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
'Cause they're round friend and they're wholesome. Also, it's almost winter, so nice time.
Sure.
There
Can
we
you
go.
get it? Okay, that'll
There
do.
Yeah,
we
I think
go.
just doing a helm splitter is probably the best way to do that.
Spheal is just better Meryl.
Are you okay,
Okay there,
Jason?
Jason?
Okay, there's the
I'm
progress
fine. I'm fine.
For the time being.
Later, cat.
You'll
We're
get- you'll
trying
get
to
to theirs
side
later,
quest
Cat.
and shit and lollygag.
Go talk to your love interest.
Never seen a witch use a spray can.
Designated love interest.
Well, spells can take hours, if not days, to prepare. So why not can it? For instance.
Wait, we found him, the commissioner!
Our plot line is coming to fruition, guys.
So
Oh,
why
that makes the joke of it turning from payments into exposure even more appropriate. Actually.
Instead of focusing on the nightmare.
Have you got to pay for it yet? He said he'll pay me eventually. I'm waiting.
Got a hell of a tab on him.
I gotta go. I'll find you. Take out the camera.
That is the weirdest ass stairs I've ever seen in my life.
Now you can get to it.
Wait, so you're the one that does all the Renaissance paintings? Yeah. Why is it good? It's
How do I break it to you?
Yeah.
Keep
some more
trying. Keep
work.
trying.
Keep trying. That being said,
Find a teacher.
yeah. That being said, did Virgil pay you? It's like he said exposure would be a good thing. So that's.
Oh, nah, damn it.
Covers mouth and hands. Okay.
Okay.
Oh my god. Why is
I
this
have
one?
something worth fighting for now.
There we go.
There you go. Just,
Tell you what, I'll talk to him later. We'll get to stuff.
camera.
That looks like progression.
It is not.
Oh, it's not.
Oh,
The
just love
eyeballs.
this-
The
I just
eyeballs
love
the
this-
mission.
I just love this idea of Dante getting perpetually more annoyed with Virgil for release.
Instead of just Virgil being like power hungry and wants to like be a new messiah or some shit, it's just like Virgil, you need to control your spending. You need to actually like commission people, spend money.
If our places were switched, would our spending habits be different?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair to normal continuity Virgil, I don't think you want Dante's spending habits considering.
Considering he does the bare minimum and then spends all of it on pizza because he's depressed. Yeah, no, we don't want his spending habits.
I'll be right back. I just got my dinner. My dinner just showed up. So.
Alright.
Nice.
Stuck up there.
They'll find their way back.
I'm doing the
At the very
Savage
least,
Space
at
level
least
right
this-
now. I'm doing the Savage Space level where I keep making the time for S-ray stricter than it actually is.
Oh yeah.
Cause my brain keeps telling me that the time is like a 2:15, when the actual time is like no, it's like 2:30.
Oh yeah, that's worse. It's just like I'm not doing good enough. You're actually doing great. The actual corruption arc for Virgil are gonna be like first it's like just not so great commissions, then he starts doing exposure, then he starts doing freaking crypto shit. then it's gonna be NFTs, and now it's
Goes
gonna be
down
freaking
all the
AI
way
art.
down the rabbit hole.
That's what
Like this version of
Virgil's
Virgil will
downfall of the
actually do
DLC
crypto.
missions are is just him doing more and more stupid scams.
See, it's gotta change the field, Dante. Just you wait.
Virgil, crypto is crashing again. FTX is losing money. FTX is losing money. Where's your money being held, Virgil?
In commissions.
Where's the giant?
I don't know what's worse, being paid in exposure or being paid in crypto. Which is worse?
Exposure is more insulting. That's the thing you need to shoot. Okay,
Virgil, the last minute, I realized I don't need to commission artists anymore. Why? Because I found something better. AI art.
You must be stopped.
Why pay a Renaissance artist when I can just make them for free?
I hate everything
I
about
can
this.
just feed off the existing art.
That is a fair thing to be surprised by, JoJo, since I'm usually not the one to make those kinds of jokes. I feel like we've gotten a nice trend for this Virgil where I'm okay with it.
There's enough There's enough lore behind this, Virgil.
I also don't have much respect for it to begin with, so.
Well, that even better because that was this version of Virgil. He's shipping for it, the fedora.
We need to bring the mod where the fedora gets back in.
And it's just bigger. It covers the whole head now.
Man, this version of Virgil really won't be worth taking.
Yeah, I'm gonna head out for now.
All right, see ya.
Enjoy this version of Virgil. Is the gift. Treasure it.
Alright, so for how many, I don't know, I wasn't here for the very beginning, so how many streets do you think this is going to take to get through this game?
I think this is your standard 20 mission fare. So 5 would probably be the most. Depends on how much later missions end up being.
Okay.
Because like
I
I
have a
haven't
question.
saying whether we end at this mission or do the next
Probably
two.
at the end of this mission because we are
It's
approaching
already
9
9
o'clock.
o'clock!
Yeah,
Yeah.
likewise. So yeah, I think aiming for like 4 missions a stream would be reasonable.
I was like, my brain was like, it's probably 8:30. Okay, then you just like, I think we should end it after this mission. Like, wait, what do you mean? Look down at the time.
Oh.
Cat, you there? Can you hear me? Who invited you, fat ass?
I
And
did.
here's another display of the kind of edgy humor this game will go for.
Ow.
There's a large body thing. What's the joke? Fat. Also, if you grab him with the heavy from behind, he gets knocked down. That's all. Now he's angry. I guess every new mission, Virgil's freaking fedora gets 3 times bigger.
They say
Fighting him,
it
while you're
is.
fighting him, it's just a freaking.
So what's more
weapon.
powerful, the fedora or Virgil's lawn chair?
Mm. Mm.
Him on the
Those are
chair
both-
with
those
the
are both very
fedora.
strong.
Here, I found a way out.
Oh, I think one of my favorite my favorite mods for Virgil in Special Edition for DMC 5 is summon lawn chairs instead of summon blades.
That looks so stupid.
So far, I have an update on my time trial thing. My brain
Yeah.
keeps telling me the actual X-ray for X-ray is like 2 minutes 55 seconds. But my brain kept on saying 2:15. I still be 2:15. 2:05. Let's go.
Jesus.
Get fucked. Like, get fucked, game.
Speedrunner, baby.
Speedrunner, baby.
That's it. That's what I'm talking about.
And here we're about to get a joke that is fine but needs a different delivery.
Okay. That line, I relate to.
Yes. The line works. I just feel like they could have phrased it a bit better for a good punchline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks like the guy from Metal Gear Rising.
He does look like
Does
just.
not look like
Armstrong.
Armstrong.
He looks like Armstrong on Hard Times, kind of
He
deal.
looks like Armstrong. Get up, Rasheed, son.
Yeah, you're right, JoJo. It is more mean-spirited than edgy. I just went for edgy for as a quick joke.
And is a known sexual deviant. This is Bob Barbas, just doing God's work.
That's shady.
I mean, they nailed the
Anyway.
nasty smile.
Yeah.
By the way, Splatfest results are live right now. I'm about to you. I'm gonna take
Who
5 for me.
won?
We're about to find out.
Okay.
Let's find out.
Let's find out,
Okay,
baby.
Splatfest
Gonna
results.
find out live on stream.
All right, we
The
know.
big cat actually
Okay,
win.
hold on. We already know Team Water won the sneak peek, so we get 10 points for that. All right, popular vote goes to Water.
Nope.
40%
Oh, wow.
went water, 25% went grass, 33% went fire.
Okay.
All right, the only way fire or grass could win is if they dominated on overall with clout. All right, here we go.
Hmm.
Clean domination! Water domination!
Good shit, guys! Good
fucking
shit!
go! Water
The
domination!
streak continues! Yes!
So who got last?
It was a tie for second. Grass and Fire got nothing. Water
Oh, wow.
dominated. We won the sneak peek, which means we got the most con shells before the Splatfest started. We won the popular vote, and we won the most Cloud and Open and Pro, so it's a clean sweep. Fire and Grass got nothing.
Oh wow, people really like the water types.
I think they like, yeah. And Big Man can just be all like, yes.
Alrighty, well that will do it for DMC Devil May Cry for tonight. Hopefully,
if you're rating, should we say hashtag cats art expose? It's like cats art gains exposure, or it's like paid in exposure or something.
pay cat. Hashtag pay cat.
hashtag pay cat, yes.
Either hashtag pay cat or hashtag commission cat.
I think pay cat. I think.
Yeah.
Is there anybody streaming right now? Don't go right.
Let me see who is. I've got my friend Ilita1234. She's playing Sonic Frontiers right now.
Okay. Sure. Just drop me a link to that.
Yep. She's finishing up Island 1, so she's still very early.
Yeah.
She is fishing right now. She pulled out a checkpoint. For Sonic 1.
Oh, that ain't even the weirdest thing you could pull. That's on the tame side.
Like some of the stuff you can pull for fishing are funny, but
check note on Mike for the link, Pat.
All right.
I'll let you. I just remember.
No
There you go.
Big the cat is busted.
Please nerf Big.
Big too powerful.
You will find out why when you play the game. I'm not even joking. Big is
Those are
actually
some
pretty
deep
busted.
pockets.
Alright. So, thank you guys for watching. Reminder, Pokemon Moon is tomorrow. And, yeah. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Why?
Bye.
Pay your artists.
Do it.
That too. Very